As time passes, we get older and older with each day. Trends come and they go. I remember a simpler time when I would simply do daily videos talking about inane topics while having prototype gameplay in the background because I wasn't as good as Leafy is here playing CSGO Surf. And now I've evolved my content by doing the exact same thing, except now I'm pushing 30 and I show my face. I think now as well, especially with TikTok being such a powerhouse at the minute, a lot of trends come and go within basically a week. I remember doing montage parody videos, the MLG stuff, like 7-8 years ago, and that was a trend that was around for probably a good year or so. But now if that was a trend, it'd be gone within a week. By the way, with that trend, that was the OG brain rot. People say now that kids are cooked with like Skibbity Toilet, Yat, Riz, Ohio, Livy Dunn, Baby Gronk. But to be fair, montage parodies was the original brain rot. Now, there have been a lot of classic memes that have come and gone, like, for example, Nope, Chuck Tester, the Harlem Shake, or how can we forget such classics like Damn Daniel? Well, at the minute, one of the most popular internet memes that refuses to die is the We're Costco Guys trend.
We're Costco Guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
Now, these guys, like anyone trying to get famous on the internet, they started off on TikTok, and then they started making music, and then they expanded the CGCU. That is the Costco Guys Cinematic Universe. Now, it's hard to deny the wholesome aspect of this trend. It's simply a father and his son going around Costco saying, we're Costco Guys. Of course, we have the chicken and ham bake or whatever he said. The only bit I remember is when the dad looks dead on at the camera and he goes, we're Costco Guys. Of course, we have the double choc cookie. Like, with the amount of lisping that guy has, he sounds like Tony Soprano.
Forget about the way that Tony Soprano makes his way in the world. That's just to feed his children.
One of the reasons why this meme is so popular is because it's somehow penetrated every single niche of TikTok. Even like, you know, the ironic meme people on TikTok that absolutely despise everything. They then started making brain rot AI edits of the Costco Guys. And then it reached the more like wholesome chungus mainstream side of TikTok with people doing parodies of it. Like, for example, we're Sam's Club Guys. Now, I have done an extensive amount of research on this, which is one Google search of Know Your Meme, which has such amazing articles like Me Gusta and Socially Awkward Penguin. But they basically say that the We're Blank Guys, you know their catchphrase, We're Costco Guys, that isn't even their bit. They did not start that trend. Supposedly, the earliest form spawned from a couple of girls talking about their frustrations with people as they mourn the loss of a loved one in their life. And then this spawned such hilarious laugh out loud memes like We're Dink, which means dual income, no kids, which is basically a trend about people bragging about having no kids and lots of money to spend on whatever they want. Now, if you don't know what Costco is, you know what Costco is, okay? Like, I'm the guy that milks the video to make it as long as possible, and I really don't need to explain Costco to you guys, all right? All right, you know what? Considering there's like 3 people that watch me that are from the UK, and we've got about 3 Costcos in the UK, you might not have been to one. It's basically every supermarket in the entire world, but instead of it being a supermarket, it's a warehouse, and you also have to pay a monthly fee to be able to get access with a membership card, and there's like different tiers of the membership card. Like, the more you pay, the more you get back when you buy things. It's really bizarre. Basically, it's just a scheme to get you into only shopping at Costco and nowhere else. And to be fair, I've never been to a Costco in my life. It looks like you probably can, because the amount of stuff they sell there is absolutely insane. You know, obviously they sell like groceries and stuff, but then they also sell like bulk size products. They sell like TVs, electronics. I think there's another one as well that's called Sam's Club. That's like another membership only one. And apparently as well, there's a huge meme going around that their food court items are like really, really affordable. I think it's like $1.50 for a hot dog and a drink or something. Now, the Costco Guys themselves, I actually haven't named them. These are real names, by the way. Don't hold your breath. AJ Befumo, which is a pretty normal Italian name, I assume, and Big Justice. How is that real? Big Justice. Now, they have about 1.5 million followers on TikTok, which is about 1,000 YouTube subscribers, but they actually do manage to consistently get over 1 million views per post, which is really good. Now, they've done what basically anyone else that's an e-celeb starts doing as well, and they've set up their own Cameo. If you don't know what Cameo is, I've mentioned it a couple of times. It's basically you pay someone money and you can send a customized message.
This is Gilbert Gottfried. I'm pissing and shitting and coming. This one is for Pootie Pie and the 9-year-old army.
I actually got reached out by Cameo once, but then when I think I talked to them, the split was horrendous. I think it was like 50-50 or something. And if I was going to charge like £4 for a Cameo and only get like £2, I just kind of realized how much of a time sink that would be. There would be no possible way I'd be able to get to everyone. They have changed their cut recently. Apparently it's 75%, which is much more normal. But I guess the reason why they changed that is because so many people that got offered a contract, like me, said no. But AJ and Big Justice at the minute are charging $150 per Cameo. And I don't really think that's a bad thing. I mean, you get both of them as well. It's basically a 2-for-1. Now, the Befumos, father and son, they're a Florida-based family, but originally they're from New Jersey, hence why when they both speak, they sound like Sopranos characters.
We're Costco guys.
This sounds very gay.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure in an alternate universe, that's basically Tony Soprano and his son, Anthony Soprano. I actually do need to rewatch The Sopranos again because every time I look up discussions about that show online, people hate Anthony, Tony Soprano's son, more than like Skylar White when Breaking Bad was still airing and Skylar was getting like peak hate.
Happy
The only memorable moment of AJ Soprano is when he's like browsing Discord with his friends and then Tony walks in, he's just disgusted at what his son has become and leaves the room. Now, the reason why there's a Costco Guys Cinematic Universe is because basically the entire family have already been introduced and they'll probably get their own individual spin-off movies. Like we started off with Iron Man and now we're basically up to Ant-Man Quantumania. They've got their sister Ashley, mother of Big Justice, cousin Angelo, uncle Sylvester, makeshift Zach, Lulu, and there's a little kid. I'm not joking, right? You thought Big Justice was bad? This kid is called the Rizzler. I know like 2016 Pyro would have teared into this kid and I would have like done all kinds of insults or anything. I don't even mean this as an insult, but just have a look at him, his face. Why does he look like a miniature Tony Soprano? He even has the same face shape and he's what, like 2 years old? He actually looks like him. Now, if you're wondering about the background of our protagonists, AJ, for example, actually used to be a professional wrestler back in the day, and he actually had a pretty decent following online. And apparently Big Justice, his kid's name, is actually the name he gave himself as his wrestling persona. So apparently the origin story of Big Justice is he was at school one day and a lot of people were showing off how many followers they had on TikTok. And then Big Justice had the genius idea to start doing content with his dad. Hence the original video where Costco Guys was born. It was basically just, you know, a father-son interaction. It's like really wholesome. Apparently the idea came about as well because it was Big Justice's mom's birthday. So they had the idea to go and do the shopping for her for her birthday. And while they were out shopping, they basically just recorded that entire bit. Now, this is not like a random stroke of genius that made them viral overnight. This family have been in the content creator scene for years. It's funny because, you know, people like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, some of the biggest creators, you always think that they got lucky overnight. No, they actually probably had like 7 or 8 channels that didn't work out before they eventually got famous. And doing a little bit of digging, you can see here, they actually had a family channel called All Befumoed Up. It's crazy how far back this rabbit hole goes because you can see Big Justice in the video. He's like a literal fetus, like the oldest Mr. Beast subscriber. So after the success of We're Costco Guys, they put themselves on the map, but that is not a good thing. You got to keep in mind, TikTok fame dissipates as quick as it arrives. If anything, it's probably even harder to maintain that relevancy as opposed to trying to get it in the first place because again, everyone there is fighting for your attention. It is incredibly hard to stay relevant. So they had 2 choices. They could have ran the Costco Guys video into the ground, or they could have evolved their content and tried something else. So this led them to do the Boom or Doom video series.
We're at Costco?
And this is Boom or Doom, Lance's grandma's edition.
The Boom or Doom series was essentially them just like eating food and stuff, and do they give it a boom or do they give it a doom? It's just classic like engagement bait kind of content, you know, loud noises. They then, of course, did what every e-celeb does, and they made a song. Like, I know we've all heard KSI's music, but they actually released their own music called We Bring the Boom.
We bring the boom!
Now, the comments on that music video are kind of genius. You've got things like, for example, the bills cannot be this high. And as well, such good brain rot. Also, as well, this comment just boomed all over my screen. Very normal comments. Very normal TikTok comments. And it doesn't end there because what happens next? The brand deals. Oh, the brand deals. They got one with Six Flags, Shoe Carnival, and they also go to restaurants and they review them. They might get paid or maybe they just kind of get the meals for free. But unfortunately, good times cannot last. And there's some spicy, spicy drama revolving around this family. Apparently, the drama itself is about Big Justice and and the Rizzler. You just cannot say a sentence like that. Like, dude, if you said a sentence like that in 2010, you'd actually be locked up. Let alone the whole meme of like saying that to a Victorian child. Like you would say that in 2010, people would be like, what are you talking about? Are you ill? Now, I do want to preface by saying this drama revolves an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old. Oh. It's like I'm 27 years old, bro, and I'm talking about this, bro. Oh god, I don't know whether I'm gonna laugh or just burst into tears. Now at the minute, Big Justice is living it up as an incredibly famous 11-year-old, probably the most famous 11-year-old on TikTok at the minute. Now, like I said, he makes this wholesome content. He originally blew up by making content with his dad, and then he's getting all these brand deals. He is literally living the dream of what any 11-year-old in the Western world would want at the minute. You ask any kid at like school or college or uni, 9 times out of 10, they would probably want to be some kind of e-celeb. And then, of course, we have the Rizzler.
Justice, go!
You know that gif of Jonah Hill where he's in the board meeting in War Dogs and he just puts his... Yeah. Now, the Rizzler frequently collabs with Big Justice and AJ. Now, why is he called the Rizzler? Because anytime he introduces himself, he does, like, you know, the funny Mew meme jawline. Haha. Now, he actually appeared on a Los Polos TV stream with the Costco Guys. And then he even played the Godfather theme when he made an appearance on the stream.
What?
However, a lot of people started to be concerned with the tension between Big Justice and the Rizzler.
You know what? You know what I'm looking? You know, we look like bowling pins. God forbid somebody comes and take us all out with one shot. Look at us. We look like bowling.
It's gonna be Rizzler.
Whoa! All right, hey, all right.
With a lot of people basically claiming that Big Justice was being quite rude and mean towards the Rizzler. You know, poking fun at him and the way how he responds to stuff.
Yeah,
That chicken bake is so good. Oh my god.
So, yeah, Los, we have, you
Bro,
guys
really,
are talking about
bro,
it.
really hit that. Oh my god.
I mean, again, like, he's 8 years old. What do you expect? Now, there were a few clips going around that went viral. I guess it was just a slow news day. And it was basically the Rizzler just being made fun of by Big Justice.
And
Here we go.
in the game there was like an AI thing where it told you where to walk.
Professional
W
dad
story,
session.
W story.
We're north.
He even pulled up the name 5 songs excuse, which is an excuse that basically anyone pulls up, you know, like name 10 books, name 10 films, you know, to like counter someone's argument.
Rizzer, what's your favorite genre of movie? Let's say.
It's probably Scream. And the Halloween series, the Michael Myers one.
I need one line.
What?
Name one line. Never mind.
Which was basically just started off by that kid that crashed the Game Awards last year.
You know how to read?
Yes, I do know how to read.
Name 10 books.
Are you serious?
Yes, 100%. Name 10 books.
Now, a lot of people right now have a game theory that Big Justice is actually intimidated by the power that the Rizzler has. What am I talking about, bro? What am I talking about? And people also speculate that the Rizzler actually has an insane amount of dirt on Big Justice and is gonna try and release it at any time. All I'm saying is, you think like the people getting whacked in The Sopranos was surreal? Wait until you see this TikTok drama. But obviously, this is all just a huge bit. It is just 2 kids on a live stream, you know, making fun of each other, which is normal child behavior, by the way. I think it was a mix of like people reading too deep into it and then also people just making fun of it because obviously, you know, the Costco Guys meme blew up so quickly. It basically led to a bunch of people ironically attaching themselves onto the trend to, you know, make fun of them. I really think it does show how cooked we are that you basically have like 2 kids beefing on a live stream and then you end up having T-spill channels doing like 2-hour documentaries on them. Now, I really do hope the trend with this family keeps going because again, it's really wholesome. I swear there's so many channels that blow up and they're just like, you know, obvious industry plants. It's just people that, you know, had like a backdoor in somewhere. But this is just, you know, really wholesome. It was, you know, a dad and his son that went shopping at Costco to basically cover the groceries for his mom's birthday. And then it ended up being like a meme overnight. Organic growth like that just happens randomly. That is the best way to do it. And even though, you know, they've still got so much relevance now. They still seem to be an incredibly strong family unit, and like I can't hate on that. Now, I did a little bit more looking on their account to see what the next step is, because obviously they're basically hitting all the hallmarks of everyone that blows up on TikTok. They do the family content and stuff. They're even doing the, you know, the podcast routine when they just appear on like random people's podcasts. Like I saw one here of the Rizzler being asked which celebrity has more Riz, and the thumbnail is IShowSpeed, Tom Holland, and literally who? I don't know who that last guy is. So yeah, what do I think will happen next? You'll probably end up seeing like Big Justice implemented in one of the Marvel films.